test.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everyone. Speaking of the Rutherford family, I just want to let everyone know we're thinking about Doug's father, Rob. Rob is currently in the Lowry Rehab Center, so we're sending him our best thoughts on a speedy recovery. And there are 2 cards going around right now. If you would please sign them, we'll make sure that he gets them. Pam Hike, how are things going out there? I caught you in a glass of water.
We have several guests today, so let's get on with it. If you Rotarians know the drill, if you brought a guest, please stand up. And for the guests, if you would stand up with the person that brought you, we will introduce you. Let's start over here.
Thank you. Mr. President, it's my honor today to stand in for our friend Michael Doherty, who intended to be here, but he was called away. And he asked me to introduce Elena Shively. Not you, Pam. Elena is Chief Deputy District Attorney. I met Elena about 8 years ago after Stan Garnett had hired her to run several of his programs. And I met her at Rotary, as a matter of fact. Elena is now moving on to the next step of public service. She has announced her candidacy for Boulder County Commissioner. Elena stands for many good things: the environment, public safety, disaster preparedness, and sound management. So welcome, please, Elena Shively.
I met Sarah yesterday at Niwot Rotary, and she has something for you to hear.
Hi, I'm Sarah Levison, Niwot Rotary. Our club is doing a duck race. We are a small club, 35 members. We actually merged with St. Vrain, and I was a St. Vrain Rotary member. That was the morning club at 7:30 in Longmont. And we were the ones who originally started the duck race 19 years ago. So with the merger, Niwot is taking over the duck race. Rhythm on the River. Tickets are $5. I've got tickets with me, and I'll be here after the meeting. Thank you. And thank you for the nice welcome.
Oh, hi. I'd like to introduce my son, Mark. Mark is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, has been with State Farm for 35 years. Thank you.
Hi, I am glad to introduce Andy Minden and Christina Brenner. Both are from Ramble and will soon be a presenter here. And this is your second time here. So thank you.
Hi, my guest is here for our Bike to Rotary first annual event. And he knows Boulder B-Cycle, who are kind enough to partner with us in this, and he'll tell you a little bit about what Boulder B-Cycle is about.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Kraus. I'm the general manager of Boulder B-Cycle. So that's the local bike share system. We run 300 electric bikes at stations throughout Boulder. I brought some of those bikes with me today, so if you're interested in either trying bike share for the first time or just trying an electric bike for the first time, or you've already tried them and you love them, please feel free to meet us outside afterward near the main entrance. There's a free day pass code I can give you for Rotary members. And if you want to download the B-Cycle app, that'll be the easiest way of checking out one of those bikes today or in the future. Thanks.
My guest today is my good friend and neighbor, Caroline Himes. Caroline is interested in learning more about Rotary. Caroline and I have been in a book group together for 10 years, and she retired not long ago from a career at the University of Colorado supporting research.
Hi, Kat Stinson, and I have two guests today, Karen Clareman and Bobby Peltz. They are both on the board for Boulder Shelter for Homeless. Happy to have them.
Okay, anybody else? So to you guests, welcome. We're happy to have you here. Let's see if there's any online.
Thanks, Pam. I would like to welcome all of our guests and visitors who are joining us on Zoom today. I believe I have Dominica, and if you'd like to unmute yourself, Dominica, and say hi.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you again today. I do enjoy your meetings, and I always try to be home so that I can log in and enjoy your company. Thank you for inviting me again.
Thank you. All right, I think that was it today. Welcome, everybody. Enjoy the program. Back to Chad.
Thanks, Vanessa. Welcome, guests and visitors. This is the best place to be on a Friday afternoon, whether you're here with us in the room or on Zoom. Dominica, it's always great to see you. And also today is Bike to Rotary Day, as Merrill mentioned. So I'd like to thank Kevin Krause for being here. I heard the bicycle, though. We're going to run it through the hallways later. Okay. While Gary Kahn is coming up for today's Rotary Wildfire Ready tip, I'm going to read today's raffle number. 9899156. 9899156. Anyone? 9899156. We got a winner.
So we have our slide up. Many of you know some of this stuff, but we're talking today, our wildfire preparedness tip of the week is about a go bag. So why you should prepare and plan go bags. We suggest that you plan a 15-minute, a 10-minute, and a 5-minute packing list. And these lists should be posted somewhere where everybody in your household and even your neighbors know where they are, because you may have to pick up these things on very short notice. The 5-minute list should contain things that you will need for, immediate survival. So get a backpack, fill it, but make sure you can carry it. That backpack should have medications, money, credit cards, passports and IDs, pets and their medications, and you probably won't be able to fit all your pets in the backpack, but their medications maybe. Food and water, and fire-safe garments. That you should put on before you head off to an evacuation, because you may have to abandon your vehicle and walk through fire areas, and the synthetic materials are very flammable. So it's recommended that you wear natural fiber garments. And then, of course, your phones, flashlights, and your computers. And if you've got more time than 5 minutes, pack more, but be sure to keep your essential things separate so that if you have to abandon your vehicle, you can grab those and take them with you. That's our wildfire preparedness tip for the week.
Thank you, Gary. A couple of quick announcements this week. First of all, I just want to say thanks and congrats to Marlene Wojcik for all of her efforts to raise money on Ukraine. I'm not sure what happened today back there, but I know last week we raised nearly $1,000 for Ukrainian efforts, and that goes directly to Rotary International's relief fund. So thanks again for generosity and for all that work, Marlene. I'm also happy to announce, I found out the other day, a little bit delayed here, so this isn't quite breaking news, but Governor Polis did sign the documents that officially created the Rotary license plate. That is going to be for sale according to District Governor Anderson. Those should be available for purchase beginning in January, so be on the lookout for that. Danny Lindau, let's do some birthdays.
Is it? Oh, it's on. So, last week George asked me to fill in for him today. Well, that's some pretty big shoes, or should I say boots, to fill. So I was thinking about, well, how am I going to follow? Well, I'm not really a cowboy, and I'm not a good storyteller. So I said, forget that hat. So I thought I had another hat. Well, got this hat, but it's the wrong holiday, so not going to talk about that. I think you all know I'm a cheesehead, but that doesn't really relate to birthdays, so forget that. But it is a celebration, right? It's a birthday, and we have one birthday boy today, but we need a hat for everyone, and there is a danger of sitting at the birthday table, as you all know, because you might be asked to participate in the birthdays. And your birthday boy. So, it's Don James is our birthday boy today. And please don your hat, everyone at the birthday table. And here you go, Don.
Thank you, Danny. Well, I'd just like to say that it's really been an honor or a pleasure for me to be part of this club. It's really been a big part of my life, and it really goes back to when I was in high school. My father was a member of this club, and so I used to come to a few of the meetings to listen to the programs. And now I have to say that I've been a member of this club for more than half of my life. But also, when I say it's a big part of my life and my family, as I said, my father was a member of this club. My brother is past president of Boulder Valley Rotary. My sister is past president of her Fort Collins Rotary Club. So it's really been a lifelong journey, and it's just been an honor to be part of this. Thanks.
Happy birthday, Don. Nancy Chin Wagner is back live at the web in Las Vegas.
And I've unmuted, Chad, so I'm ready to go.
Good afternoon, Nancy.
Good afternoon. Today's Rotarian for Membership Moment is Chris Coker.
Hello, I'm here.
Thank you. Okay, Chris. Chris has been a member since October 29, 2010. That's almost 12 years. His sponsor is Sam Pottinger, and his wife is Susan, also a Y contributor for many years. Chris was born in Houston, Texas, and he met his wife Susan in Minnesota in college. And they didn't date until after they graduated. Chris said to me that Susan found him irresistible and may have overserved in the late 1980s. Chris began his career at the YMCA as a junior counselor, Camp Echo in 1982, and continued to work in various roles at the camp after college. And after graduation from college, besides dating Susan, he worked as a police officer in the Chicago area, where he received several commendations and spent working undercover in narcotics, gang crime, and street patrol. In 1990, he began a full career with the YMCA as the director of the YMCA Camp High Rock at the central Connecticut coast of the YMCA. In 97, he was group president with the YMCA in the greater St. Louis, overseeing the Y of the Ozarks and other operations. 2004, he moved on to the YMCA of Greater Houston as a group executive and then as VP of Financial Development. 2008, he accepted honors of becoming the CEO of the YMCA of Northern Colorado, where, as you see him right there in BJCC, he resides right here in Colorado. And during his 40-year Y career, he's contributed nationally with, and I'll just name a few, YMC Aquatics Program and Standards, background checks for all members and staff. He's also one of the founders of Camp Director University, which is a training ground for YMCA camp directors. And most recently, creating a nationwide childcare curriculum and a creation of a MSO, operating to help WISE become more efficient. Chris's financial development skills are strong, and he set the benchmark nationally for a number of endowment gifts in a single year for 67 individuals. He has a doctorate in health and human services and teaches one class per semester at CU and MSU. He's a board member of Pop Culture Heroes, which provides nationwide anti-bullying training, which is so important. He is a member of Boulder Rotary Club, where he currently serves on the board. He's been married for 32 years to Susan Coker, also a wide career professional. They have 3 kids: Maxwell, staff assistant in Washington, D.C. for Congressman Neguse. Olivia is a graduate from DU with a degree in cognitive neuroscience, who now manages a skating program and will return to DU for a doctorate program in psychology. And Alexander, who is in college studying engineering. First question for you. You have been working with the Y over 40 years and seen its changes. What do you find challenging for nonprofits going forward?
You know, we're all having a hard time with staff right now. So that's the hardest thing. But I think that we're at such a pivotal time in our country. I received an email this morning of one of our members in one of our Ys asking why in the world we would support Gay Pride Month. And I wrote a reply from the heart, and then marketing changed it. So the challenge is always humans, right? And diversity and different views and places in an organization that accepts everyone at face value.
Thank you, and you must address that all the time. Do you remember a time when you were younger and you somehow got in trouble? What did you learn from that lesson?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth the first time you get caught. Don't prevaricate. And you know, we all try and spin stuff all the time when things happen, like, oh, here was my take on it. But the hardest thing that I think is always just, yes, I did that. Let me own that. Let me learn and grow from it. Great.
And just a quick little insight, since we were talking about when you were youngest, about telling the truth. What were some of your hobbies?
Oh, I have the worst hobbies in the history of hobbies. I collect fossils. It's amazing I got married and had children. I collect fossils and Star Trek memorabilia. So, like I said, Susan was overserved all through the 80s and 90s. That's the only way she found me attractive.
Thank you for sharing. My last question for you, Chris, is what has been gratifying to you being a member of the Boulder Rotary Club?
All of you. I mean, please, let's look at all the service and the stuff that we do. You could have a great club in the parking lot somewhere under a tent, but it's always about the people, and they uplift me and they make me do better work. And like the gentleman, that the first thing that he said in the question today was how gratifying to live in a city that cares as much, or something to that effect. I'm like, God, I wish I could always be that positive and nice. And so all of you uplift me. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chris. And I know you already signed up for the Star Treks in Vegas. So if you have time, coffee. Thank you.
Chris, can you give us a quick update on the volunteering needs for the Fun Fridays this summer?
Yeah, you know what? I was going to ask Sally today, but they're camping. So let me find out and get back to you guys. Because,
okay, let's get an update on that next week, because I know that's going to be a great volunteering opportunity for the summer. Last today, we're going to roll the brew.
Friday, June 24th is Sit With Your Colleagues Day at Boulder Rotary. Join those in your profession. Just look for the table placard that best represents your line of work, grab a seat, and enjoy some thought-leading conversation. As we look to the future, we're planning to create different table topics throughout the year so you can better connect with fellow Rotarians. And it all starts on Friday, June 24th with Profession Sit With Your Colleagues Day. Looking forward to it. Okay, this week's Rotarian on the Street is with President Chad Stam. Are you ready for today's question?
I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Who would win in this fight? 4 tigers or a woolly mammoth?
Is there a choice C?
No, there's not. There are 4 tigers and a woolly mammoth, and you've got to decide who's going to win. A lot of money. This is a big question.
Tigers.
The tigers, why?
Tigers. Well, I can't tell you why, but I'm basing my logic on the fact there are so many college mascots called the Tigers, none called the woolly mammoth. So the smart people that run the colleges probably realize that the tiger would win.
Okay, what about between a woolly mammoth and a banana slug?
Well, there is a banana slug out there.
I know. Well, that's why I'm just saying the banana slug is a mascot, and of course there are tigers. So now let's say a woolly mammoth was a mascot.
Well, I'm going to go with the banana slug because the woolly mammoth is extinct.
Okay, very smart. Yeah. Smart guy right here is our president, Chad Stam.
We've been hearing about more non-fatal and fatal overdoses in the last week or so.
Raising teens in a world full of social media, access to nearly everything, and the pressures of school is daunting. When substance abuse is part of the picture, families can be overwhelmed and scared. Trina Fatz is a certified peer recovery coach working with parents and teens struggling with substance abuse. She helps parents and teens navigate the tough road of recovery. We'll be talking about teens, recovery, and hope next week at the BRC meeting.
All together now. Have a great weekend.
I'd like to thank past President Sam Pottinger for greeting us at the door. Thanks to Kathy and Pam for running the desk. Thanks to Kitty for promoting the raffle, and thanks to Lynn, Vanessa, Fred, and Mike for meeting management today. Don't forget to stay after. Bob and Kurt said that they can answer your questions, and don't forget to ride that e-bike wherever it went. Meeting adjourned.